Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons here in our Madden 21 Houston Texans franchise. After a big win last week, we are just one win away from being 500 on the season and possibly taking lead in our division. So we do have a weekly performance award for last week's game, and surprisingly enough, it is for Deshaun Watson, but I guess it kind of comes in handy when you have 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. But I guess the 2 interceptions did not completely level that off. So he still had a good week and still earned AFC Offensive Player of the Week. A little shocking, but hey, that's good. I said this season is a we will take what we can get kind of season. And so one of the first things up that we got to deal with before we kick it off against the Patriots is we have an unhappy receiver. Let's see what he's so mad about. Brandon Cooks. I normally wouldn't complain, but when I'm not catching, that's how I feel. You know what? Yes, I will get him involved. I don't know why he feels that way. He's got like the most receiving touchdowns that we have on our team, but oh well, let's throw the ball to him. He is one of our best receivers. Morale boost and 5 touches or 100 yards. Okay, that's simple enough. That is something that we can do. And let's take a look at our scouting that we have. We still need to work on our offensive line, but we've already kind of checked that out, and there's not a whole lot available. So we'll see what we can do in free agency, but I just think that's going to be something that we might have to try to just develop with what we have and then move on to something a little bit different next year. So we still need defensive tackles, right ends, and linebackers. Those are our biggest things. We've kind of run through everything we have for the defensive tackles, so we are going to take a look at the right ends, even though nothing really shows that there's a whole lot there. What I am going to do is take a look at the stats for the first person, and we'll kind of be able to judge the round that they're going to go in. And he seems like a solid 4th rounder. At the A- hit power, B pursuit, and B- tackle. Let's see the next guy. See B pursuit. That's kind of put him on the right track, but with that being the first one, I'm not too big of a fan of continuing. We have a B+ hit power. That's not too bad. Let's see what else he had. B power moves and B- pursuit. Okay, that's projected 3rd round. Jelani Greenwood out of Minnesota. That's got definite potential there. Glenn Hansen, B+, B, and another B. All right, maybe we have some hidden ones. We may be able to take advantage of this. Garrett Russell, B-. It's only 3 points. I'm already all the way in. And he's a projected B+, B-, B- get you 2nd, but B+, BB get you 3rd. Madden, how you do your stuff, I just don't know. It gets confusing. And this one, B+, BB, is a 6. I'll be dang. Let's just see. Oh, can't go. And the B straight across is a oh my goodness. Oh, Madden. A-, an undrafted projection. 2nd round possible draft pick. Keep an eye. He's someone that could easily drop down into the 3rd, 4th, or even 5th round because he was projected to be undrafted. So we're definitely putting him on our board, and we will be watching him come the draft. And last guy undrafted because of a C+ tackle. So, oh well, that kind of actually turned out a lot better for us than what I thought it would. We definitely have a lot of options here at right end, which is something we do need to build up. So that's actually worked out pretty well for us. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into the game to try to get our 2nd win in a row as the 6-3 New England Patriots come to Houston to visit us at NRG Stadium.
And we will start the game receiving the kickoff, giving us the first possession, a chance to jump out to a lead here against the Patriots. And on the first play, we give ourselves a simple crossing pattern to Brandon Cooks, who's going to pick up 5 yards. Now, this is kind of the new look Patriots. A lot of their defense players are still more or less the same from what they've had last year. But I think, as everybody obviously knows, the biggest change to them was losing TB12, who's now in the Bucks, and they will be having Cam Newton being their starting quarterback this year. So we still need to try to keep the ball away from them as much as possible. And getting into a 3rd and 5 on the opening drive like we are is not the type of goal we were going for on this, but we are going to have to try to make the best of it. And we're going to be splitting some guys out wide, bringing them some across the middle, doing our standard, getting lots of motion going, and we hit our tight end, who is going to end up dropping that ball, resulting in a punt. And so New England will take over after a 3-and-out on our first offensive possession. They're going to run it with White up the right side, who's going to pick up a few yards, but nothing major. Our rushing defense has held pretty strong in these past couple of weeks. And even though we haven't won each one of those games, we did win last week against Cleveland, holding, not so much Kareem Hunt, but holding Nick Chubb to only the 1 touchdown and completing our game-day goal. So right here, they do run it again, and they get to a 3rd and 2, and this is where we've kind of struggled for the most part all season. And some of our big wins against Green Bay, we were able to stop them on 3rd down, and we got them on that little run they tried. And one of the Patriots will drop injured. But we made a good stop, and that's how we've won some of the bigger games. Like I said, with Green Bay was making those big stops. So we get a big run up the middle. We start moving the ball. And another Patriot drops down injured. That's 2 in about 3 plays. And so now we have ourselves at a 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line. And we're going to get some play action going. We've been running semi-decently, even though it's only been a couple times. Have some play action, see if we can't roll out. We got nowhere to go with it. Had to throw it away to avoid the sack. And another Patriot drops hurt. Wow. They are dropping like flies in this game, and I'm not really going to complain. Not going to lie. I'm just going to kind of accept it. Like I've said before, we will take whatever we can get. And so now we have ourselves at a 3rd and 2 from the shotgun. Watson makes the toss onto Cobb, who's going to make a good catch but get tackled by McCourty after picking up a big 1st down. Now a little bit later in the drive, we are at a 3rd and 13 from our own 46-yard line. Struggling, needing to make a big play, and we will get the pass off, and it's going to be incomplete. Led Cook's a little too far, and we give the ball right back to the Patriots. Now in their ensuing drive, 1st and 10, they drop the ball off, but we make a big stop in Mohamed Sanu. Merciless with a good tackle. Stopping him. I said loss. It really was just no gain, but in our book, that should count as a loss for us. But now, bringing them to a 2nd and 10. Cam Newton's going to be in the shotgun, it seems like a lot today. A lot more than what they have been in the past with Brady. But Newton's got wheels on him. He can move if they have to. He throws it out to the dumps it off to little James White, who's going to pick up a decent gain on 2nd down, bringing up a 3rd and manageable. So we're needing to make plays. We're going to try to be bringing some zone pressure today. I think that's kind of been a tipping point for us. Been a little bit better, forcing some quicker throws. And Cam Newton gets off a quick throw right there for a 1st down. But very quickly, we have him at a 3rd and 9 here, just a couple other plays. Newton rolls to his left, and he's going to end up stepping out of bounds, going around the receiver that was blocking for him, and they will have to punt the ball back. The score is still 0-0 here in the 1st quarter. Now on the ensuing drive, you get the ball to Watson, who's going to drop it off to Fells, our tight end, and he bowls over their cornerback. He didn't stand a chance. He just knocked him on his keister. We did only gain 3 yards, so now we have ourselves at a 2nd and 7. And we are going to hand the ball off, and makes a good cut, but still not able to quite get the 1st down. And that'll bring us down to a 3rd and 2 on the play. And this is a big drive for us. The game is still tied at 0. And so 3rd and 2. And Watson will take the snap from the shotgun. He's going to toss it off to Cooks, who's running the drag route, and he will barely get the first down. One important thing to note, I had been getting urges from my children, who I guess are tired of seeing me lose, to play on an all-pro level. I did try it for this game, and I did boost up some of their sliders, because I figured I just got to do it that way, because all-pro is too easy. And they are stopping us right now. This is becoming a struggle. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in this way or if I will go back to my all Madden settings. I'm probably just going to go back to all Madden because at times it seems a little bit easier in the all-pro format. So now on a 2nd and 11. Ooh, Newton gets a big pass off to Julian Edelman, who's going to get near the first down marker, but will bring up a 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. And I think what you're going to notice, one thing I will say I've noticed between all pro and all Madden differences is the quarterback running and run blocking. See, if that was all Madden, he would have cut it to the right and probably would have gained about 10 extra yards, would be my guess, if not more. So that's kind of the biggest difference. And Cam Newton, one, can run the ball more often in all Madden setting than what he does here in all pro. He still runs, but just not quite as often. And after that big 3rd and 10 stopping Cam Newton on the scramble, speaking of him running, we hold them to a field goal, and the game is now tied at 3-3 in the 2nd quarter. We drop back, we hit Cooks again, coming across the middle. This time he will pick up the big first down, taking us to the 36-yard line. Game is still tied, and Watson is going to take it back in the pistol formation. We're going to get that ball handed off, and we're going to get a big gain up the middle. And that's one thing I will say about All-Pro that I think is more realistic, at least on the user side, is the run block. Because in all Madden, run blocking for the user just staying there doesn't seem to happen. And come on, I know you can boost up the sliders, and I don't do that, but still, it shouldn't be as varied as it is without changing the sliders, but that's just kind of the way it goes. So now we have ourselves a little bit later in this drive, a 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Watson's going to drop back, and we are going to hit Cooks again, coming across the field left to right, and he's going to get a big play down to the 1. What a catch, what a run, almost getting into the end zone. So now we have ourselves a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Cooks just had the lead the whole way. He does have that speed. And so it's good that we're able to actually get him to use and get him out in some open space. I am a big fan of trying to power the ball home, especially from the 1, so that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I just kind of have to. I just feel that way. But this time we have David Johnson in the backfield, who will not be stopped, who gets the touchdown, and that will make this game 10-3 after that powerful drive. So now, Patriots will take over from their own 25-yard line after the touchback, and we get a sack and a fumble. We're gonna pick up the ball. Ejiofor is gonna run it in, slide into the end zone for a fumble recovery for a touchdown, taking it all the way to the house. Now we have a 17-3 lead, and we are getting set to play defense again, and we will get the pick. And this is all on me. I'm not sure where to go with it because I'm not used to getting interceptions. And I completely panicked, and I probably could have scored a touchdown. But instead, I just didn't know what to do. And then I proceeded to have 3 straight incompletions, followed by a missed field goal because that's just how I roll. So the Patriots did take over after we got 0 points on that interception. Good job on my part. And now, from a 2nd and 13 position, Cam Newton will be under center for this snap. They are still at their own 34-yard line. Newton will hand it off to White. He's going to get stopped going up the middle for just a small gain of about 3 yards. And that'll give them a 3rd and 10. So once again, we're looking at needing to have some zone to get guys out there, but needing to bring zone blitz so we can bring some pressure. We get some around the edge, and for some reason, Watt decides to do a little shimmy instead of going after the quarterback. And Newton will hit the pass for a big first down. Now, a little bit later in the drive, the Patriots have the ball at the 11-yard line with the 1st and 10, and they throw it to their tight end, who's going to walk in. Easy touchdown. 17-10 is the score, and that will lead us to halftime. And this game is not going exactly how we need it. We are being beat stat-wise, 152-37 to our 140 and about 20-something rushing yards. So, now scores from around the league. The 8-1 Packers, the only defeat to the Texans, are tied with the 5-4 Colts, who are leading our division, and we are needing them to lose big time. And the next game is going to be another division foe, Tennessee, playing at Baltimore. They are getting manhandled, 7-21. Lamar Jackson with a touchdown. He's perfect on the day for 152 yards. Now we go down south to see what the Jags are up to. And they are getting beat down by Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they have a lead 20-0 going in with 1 minute to go in the second quarter. And so now the Patriots did add one more field goal before the end of the half. And so they will take over since we kicked it off to them, as the score is 13-17 here in this close ball game. And this is kind of where we started to falter. You know, it seems like no matter what you do with Madden, your guys will never know how to cover a slant route, out route, because even when you're right on them, they still make the catch. And I think those of you who play this game have noticed that. And so the Patriots go on a drive, and you find them now at 1st and 10 from the 17, and they will drop it off over the middle to Sanu, who's going to get a big catch and a big 9-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 1 from the 8, as they are seeming like they are unstoppable at this moment. And Cam Newton takes the snap, and he starts trying to scramble, but Scarlett, that is Scarlett in place for Merciless, who's out for this quarter from being injured. Scarlett gets the big stop, the big sack, and we bring up a 3rd and 3 back from the 11-yard line. Defense stepping up big today. And so Cam Newton drops the ball off to his tight end. And they are going to get that first down to bring up a 1st and goal. We had a 10-point lead at one time in this game, and 10-point leads have always seemed to just dominate us for some reason. They hand it off to White, who bounces off us like we're just a stiff wind, and he will get into the end zone. And our 10-point lead is now officially erased as we are trailing by 3 points to the Patriots. Score 20-17. We've taken the ball over at the 36-yard line. We hand it off to Duke Jr., and he is going to get a big gain up the middle, taking us to the 48-yard line, bringing up a 1st and 10. And so now 1st and 10 from the 48. Watson alone in the backfield. He's going to drop back, roll out to his left, and we are going to drop the pass down. It is going to be incomplete. Almost a great play and a great catch. Just couldn't quite put it on him where we needed it. So now we have a 2nd and 10 from the pistol formation. We hand it off to Junior. He's going to make a spin move and make somebody miss down the left side, and he finally gets stopped after a big gain, taking us on to the Patriots side of the field. Now with a 3rd and 8. We drop it off to our tight end on a big play to get us down to the 10-yard line with a goal-to-go situation. And another Patriot is injured on that one. Once again, from the pistol formation, 2 tight ends. We're going to hand the ball off on the counter. We got some space to our left, and the cornerback's going to come in and make a hard tackle on us, and that will stop us at the 2-yard line as we now have 2nd and goal. And we are going to look to power this one home. But this time, I want Duke Johnson Jr. to get the ball. I want DJJ is what I'm going to start calling him. DJJ to get the ball. So we're going to run it right on the toss, and we can't quite get far enough around as we try to scoot in. Just could not make someone miss, and that will stop us for no gain as we are still maintaining the 2-yard line. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and goal from the 2, where the men are separated from the boys. Going to power this one on home. And we get into that goal line formation, heavy set. We take the snap and we hand it off to DJJ, who's going to get stuffed. And that drive, it looks like we were boys against their men. And we have to kick a field goal to tie the game at 20 apiece. So now the Patriots will take over after we kick off to them. And they will get a simple little 2-yard gain on their first down play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 27. Newton in the shotgun, he'll take the snap, and he tosses the ball right over the middle again to Sanu, and that will be a big gain for a first down. So now we have him at a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Cam Newton sitting back in the shotgun, 3 wide. He starts calling people into motion. And he does a play action. We got some pressure coming at him, and he's not able to deliver it. And our guy started to trip over his own feet. He could not get the interception. Still, we did cause the incompletion, and that brings us now to a 2nd and 10. And Cam Newton from under center. Play action again. Rolls it out, but we are going to get him stopped. He's going to fumble it, and their tight end's going to pick it up. And he's going to beast mode himself all the way down for a first down. With about a 12-yard fumble recovery, the tight end gains the first down. We're excited, but I guess we decided to shake our coach's hand because we got a little too fired up there, Coach. My bad. The Patriots now have it. Once again, 1st and 10 as they run the ball with White, who's going to do some little fine, fancy moves and get a 9-yard gain on that rush. And New England only has 56 rushing yards in this game. Like I said, our rush defense has stepped up over the last couple of weeks, and we are maintaining that today. J.J. Watt powers past the center, and he makes the stop, but still allowing White to get a yard. So from 2nd and 2, we now have a 3rd and 1, and Cam Newton will get under center for this snap. 2 tight ends, and they're trying to power it home, but Tyrone Lewis gets right past Taquan. I knew it was T something. Taquan Lewis gets past the center for a big stop, causing them to turn the ball over. And our ensuing drive, we do absolutely nothing with it. As you can see, that's kind of how on that one. And the Patriots did nothing with their drive, so we catch up with the Houston Texans as the score is now still 20-20. We are here in the 4th quarter. We dropped the ball off to Cooks, but he gets hammered. Gets made a fool of on that first down play, bringing up a 2nd and 10 with that pass fell incomplete. And we hand it off this time. And we are going to get a big penalty on this one, much needed, because we had become a stagnant offense at this point. And that will bring us a first down after that face mask penalty. Score is still 20-20. We are now on the Patriots side of the field for one of the first times in this 4th quarter and for the second half, really. This time we're going to run it with Watson down the left side. We got some big opening down to about the 23-24-yard line. Watson with a big rush. Only rushed it with him twice so far today for 29 yards. But that will give us a nice 1st and 10 from the 24. Now we're going to try to heave one up to him, and they almost cut it off. They almost cut off Cobb and got that interception. That's not what we need to be doing. We've already been thrown. We've already thrown a pick. We don't need to do it again. And so this, we have to be smart. And with this, we just decided to hand it off and get with DJJ a big game up the gut down to the 11-yard line, bringing us to a 1st and 10, a new set of downs. Only 11 yards to go. So only about 33 feet to the end zone. That is all we are needing to get a touchdown lead and to try to be a little bit more comfortable in this game. Instead, we end up rolling out to the right, and we throw it, and it's almost intercepted and caught by Fuller and Cobb, but everybody seems to drop it. So now we have a 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line, trying to get a touchdown lead in this game. That'll give us a better handle. So we're going to run the screen play. And our running back catches it, and we start getting some yards, but we completely didn't block somebody. We just stood there, let them go around us, and now our left tackle's hurt. Isn't that how it goes for us? That's just the way our life works. We only gained 4 yards on that screen play. Should have been a touchdown if we could have blocked somebody. So now with the 3rd and 6 from the shotgun, 3 wide, 2 running backs in the backfield. And we drop it to Cobb, and he just goes cement hands on us. And that means we had to kick a field goal because I needed some points. And we do lead 23-20 instead of 27-20. Cam Newton is doing what Cam Newton does by getting a big gain, going down to the 44-yard line. And this is not what we need to see. This is no-brainer, as they say. So now with the 1st and 10 from the 44. Cam Newton drops back to pass, and he hits White going, and we just completely whiff on the tackle. White will pick up about 12 yards for the 1st down. It's a little bit later in the drive. It's 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the 16. They hand it to White, who's got a big hole, who starts just to run over our guys. Bernard McKinney gets kind of hammered on that one, but he did make the tackle, so I guess we got to give it to that. Now it's 2nd and 1 from the 7. Cam Newton alone in the shotgun, and he tosses it to Sanu, who's going to get hit hard, but he will hold on to the ball, and they will score a touchdown and take the lead. So we are now trailing 27-23 with 8 minutes to go. And on the first play of our drive, we get smashed while trying to make that throw. And so we are not able to do anything on our first play. We need to get moving forward. You know, a field goal this time is not going to do it. And even it makes me nervous about a touchdown. So we can't score too quick. But you don't want to also be too slow and not score at all. And this time we do run it with Watson right up the middle again for his 3rd rush to get a big 1st down. He has 3 rushes for 39 yards on the day. And so now we have ourselves a new set of downs from the 32. 1st and 10. Watson's going to be in the pistol with 4 out wide, 2 on both sides. And we're going to drop pass. We're going to have the running back go out into the flat. And we heave it down deep for Cooks, who's going to come down with it. Oh, my goodness. He made that catch. What a play. Brandon Cooks all the way down to the 20-yard line. Wow, that is how you get moving. So now a little bit later in the drive, we have ourselves at a 1st and 10 from the 14, and once again, history repeated itself from the very beginning of this drive as we have an incomplete pass while getting smashed. And so 2nd and 10 from the 14. Watson's going to roll out to the right. We're going to get the ball off to a wide open Cooks. We just can't put it on point. So now we have ourselves a 3rd and 10. There's still 5 minutes to go in this game. And Watson, we're going to start trailing to the left. And we got nowhere to go with it, so we will throw that ball away. And here comes our 4th and 10 play. A field goal does us no good, and I don't know if we have the defense that's really going to put on a stop. So what do? You put it in the hands of your leader. Deshaun Watson is going to roll, and we are going to throw an interception. That's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you lead a team to victory, by throwing it to the other team, because that's what we did. Oh, that was embarrassing. To be fair, we had a wide receiver that was kind of open coming across. Cooks was. Watson just made a horrible throw. So the Patriots will take over now with the 1st and 10 from the 16. And they'll drop it off to Sanu over the middle on the drag route, who's going to get stopped pretty quickly, only getting a gain of 8 yards on that play, as it's now 2nd and 2 for New England. Newton under center, sending the tight end in motion. He will hand it off to White, who's going to get stuffed in the backfield by Scarlett. He's having a great game filling in merciless. What a game he is playing today. That'll give us a 3rd and 2, an attempt to get this ball back. They'll hand it off again, and we will stop him. We will stop him. Taquan Lewis gets up the middle, and he brings him down for the stop. And New England will punt the ball away to us. And so on the first play of our new drive, we toss it off to DJJ, who's going to break a tackle, thankfully, and get down to a 2nd and inches at our own 49-yard line. And we get the ball. We tossed it to Cobb, who got hammered, and the ball went flying to Cooks. This game is working out in our favor right now. So 2 minutes to go, 1st and 10 from the 38. We get a good pass to Cooks. He's going to get down to about the 18-yard line. We are in the red zone now, ladies and gentlemen. Red zone alert. Oh baby, is all I can say. And we're going to do a little bit of play action. And Watson's going to run it up the middle this time, and we are going to slide down once again. Watson has 5 rushes for 52 yards of the day. So we have a 2nd and 3 from the 12 as we are going in the hurry. And Watson's going to call in motion. Fuller's going to come up on the post route, and we're going to run it to the right. And this time we drop it off to DJJ, who's going to get the 1st down to the 5-yard line, giving us a 1st and goal. And we are hurrying up. There's only 45 seconds left in this game. We're trying to call some audibles at the line to get some people moving. And we hand it to DJJ, who's going to get down to the 2-yard line, where we will call our first timeout of this half with 39 seconds left to go in this game. We need a touchdown. A field goal does us no good. So on the 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line, Watson in the shotgun, 3 out to the left. We hand it off to DJJ, who's just going to get stopped. We just don't have what it takes to get him in, I guess. Now on a 3rd and goal, under 30 seconds remaining in the game. Watson's going to take the snap. We're going to roll to the right, and we see the lane, and we're going to take it in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Watson. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown, Texans. As we will take the lead with 20 seconds to go, and that will finish it off, ladies and gentlemen. We get a big win at home against the hated New England Patriots, and that we just could not ask for anything better. We are now, 5-5 on the season, I believe, at this point. Yeah, so we should be 5-5. What a great game. 255 and 137 to their 277 and 84. We had 2 takeaways to their 1 interception. This was an absolute fantastic game on our part. That will bring up Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller with upgrades. And so we're going to go ahead and hit Brandon Cooks with his deep threat upgrade. I like him running the ball deep. It makes more sense to me. That'll give him awareness, catching, and deep route increases. And next is Fuller. Him, whenever we upgrade him, deep threat or slot, man, he's tough. I don't throw it too deep to him because he's normally got some of the better corners covering him. So I'm going to give him slot upgrade because that kind of upgrades his catching to traffic and everything like that. So he's now an 84 overall. Gave him acceleration, awareness, catching, and short route running increases. So yeah, worked out pretty well for him there. And so now, after that big win, let's see what our frustrated wide receiver had to say. Cooks, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for giving me a shot this week. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, one, you are our better wide receivers, but quit being a whiny baby so much. Jeez. He got his morale boost and his XP. And that's going to carry us over to the next week where we will be playing the Detroit Lions. And if I haven't mentioned it already, please remember to subscribe to our channel for all of the Madden 21 franchise series and all other content. And remember to hit that thumbs up button if you like today's video. And I will see y'all next time as we play the Detroit Lions. So as always, stay safe and later, y'all.